I only used your card a few times. Don't you think you're being a bit much? You think this is a bit much? I picked up my phone, turned the screen toward her, and started scrolling. You've used my card 32 times in the last 2 months. At $5 a load, that's $160. I've bought you lunch 12 times. I've paid for your printing 7 times. I've bought you 9 lattes. All those little things add up to $300. I locked my phone and looked her straight in the eye. That's $460 total. Subtract the $10 you just spent, and you owe me $450. Venmo or CashApp? The dorm went silent for 2 seconds. Tears started pooling in Nadine's eyes again. Lydia, you know my family is struggling, yet you're being so aggressive. I get it. You just think I'm poor. You look down on me. Since she had escalated it to a class issue, Sloan immediately tried to play peacemaker. Come on, Lydia. We're all roommates. Let's just let the money go. I looked at her. Let it go? If you think it's so little, why don't you pay me back for her? Sloan blinked, then rolled her eyes and turned back to her desk. Why would I pay for her? I'm not her mother. 02. Seeing that even Sloan, the easiest person to talk to, wasn't helping her, Nadine grew desperate. The other roommates were still watching. With red eyes, Nadine crumpled the receipt into a ball and threw it into the trash. Enough, Lydia. I actually thought you were a good person. Turns out you're just like every other shallow rich girl. Fine, keep your $10. I don't even want it. She stormed out, slamming the door. She made it look like I was the villain and she was the tragic victim. I didn't care to chase her. $400 wasn't a life-changing amount for me. If that's what it cost to get some peace and quiet, so be it. However, after my gym class the next day, I got a text from the dean of students. He wanted to see me in his office. When I walked in, Dean Miller was leaning back in his chair, looking at me with a strange expression. Did you have a conflict with Nadine in the dorms? Before I could even respond, he kept talking. Lydia, you're the class president. You need to lead by example. Support your classmates, foster unity. I shouldn't have to teach you this. I stood there, knowing exactly what had happened. Nadine had filed a complaint. I played dumb. Sir, I'm not sure what you mean. Are you referring to the fact that I asked Nadine to pay back the money she borrowed? The dean took a sip of water. Nadine is a scholarship student. She is our school's inspirational representative. Your family is well off. You don't need this money. You should be helping her. Don't be so petty about the small stuff. There was that word again. Petty. I took a deep breath. Sir, my family has money because my parents worked hard for it. Why am I obligated to give it to her? She used up the balance on my card without asking. Then she refilled it and demanded I pay her back for it. Don't you think that's ridiculous? The dean's face darkened. Lydia, I thought you were a sensible girl. Next Monday, city officials are visiting the campus. Nadine has been chosen to welcome them. If her mental state is affected by this and it ruins the school's reputation, well, your graduation could become a very difficult process. I froze. Graduation? He was using my future to threaten me. The dean saw my silence and likely thought he had intimidated me. His tone softened and he patted my shoulder. Lydia, you know I've always valued you. I've scheduled you to host the welcoming ceremony on Monday. Write a good script. You and Nadine will be the pride of this university together. Pride? If this university was this blind and unjust, it only made me sick. I walked back to the dorm and pushed the door open. Nadine was just coming out of the bathroom. Her hair was wet, and in her hand was my laundry card. She didn't look even remotely guilty about being caught. She tossed the card onto my